Morning Show. What is good, everybody? I'm your host, Nitro. I'm here at Bimbo Bakeries. We are getting the stuff together to bring to the bread box for my church. And we're going to talk a little football, a little sports, a little bit of everything. But hopefully everyone's having a wonderful morning. It's beautiful out here in Florida. I mean, amazing weather. I believe they said it was 66 degrees outside with a slight breeze, and the sun is out shining to counteract whatever little, chill you would get. So very balanced. Hopefully everyone's having a balanced morning. Also, let's get this party started. Let's get it. All right, so you already see we got some stuff over here. Bring it out. Yeah. Good morning, JR. Good morning, King Blaze. Good morning. How y'all doing, guys? Tila, always a pleasure to have you, madam. Roy T, good morning. Luke, yo, this is insane. I'm catching a lot. I'm telling you, man. Listen, YouTube be doing me dirty, man. YouTube, I don't understand why YouTube does what YouTube does, but it be playing me. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It's cold and rainy in Baltimore, not shiny out here. You can see it shining off the face, right? It's shiny out here, man. The sun is shining. If I didn't have to be out here, I would love. This would be a beautiful fishing day. Oh, a beautiful fishing day. Like if you down like south and stuff like that, and you've ever had an opportunity, you know that days like this don't come a lot. So you get your fishing pole, you go out there and you enjoy yourself, or the beach. That's another one. One of the two things. Perfect beach or fishing day. Nigel was good and everyone. Zico Kage, good morning. Good morning. C. Brittle, hey, good morning. Wundercats, ho! Let's get it. Yes. So glad you're here with us, madam. So glad you're here with us. Let's see. And Roy T, man, it's been a while. Glad you're here with us, brother. All right, so let's get this thing started. So, guys, and I know I'm gonna have to do a video on it today again. This discourse with Isaiah Likely, and I heard some stuff with Declan Doyle. We're gonna talk about both of them, right? So I want you to understand where I'm coming from. I really do. The Ravens have made multiple mistakes of picking their veterans over aspiring talent. The biggest of it has been them choosing Harbaugh over McDonald. I mean, asinine to say the least. And we let them get away with that. We let them move on. It's like, okay, whatever, don't cry over spilt milk. And we watch them again do it with Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. And people is like, oh, Isaiah Likely hasn't shown me enough. That's by design. Like, and people think that you're just going to grab a talent. Like, I heard someone say, oh, he's a fourth or fifth round talent. We could find someone like him again. Antonio Brown do you think they can just find Antonio Brown the fourth or fifth? Do you think they can find another Tyreek Hill in the third? Do you think they can find another Tom Brady in the seventh? Sometimes you hit diamonds in the later rounds, and you cultivate those diamonds. You cut those diamonds. You process those diamonds, and then those diamonds shine bright. That's what you're supposed to do. The Ravens had a player in Isaiah Likely with all of the upside, and chose a buggy that they're so accustomed to have. You know that first car you get? It's not the greatest car. It's not even the prettiest car, but you develop a love for it because it gets you to point A to point B. It's reliable. And your first car is supposed to be, if anything, reliable. You understand where I'm coming from? That was Mark Andrews, the old reliable. You know what happens to the old reliable car? It was your first car. Even though you're attached to it, eventually it breaks down. Eventually it's run its course. Eventually the alternator gives out. The transmission gives out. The engine pops out. The tires bust. The windows crack. The paint strips. That's what has happened with Mark Andrews. And you know what then you have? Then you're working that little side job, bro. Yeah, you're working that little side job. And your mom and your pop say, you put some money away and you can try to get a car. You get a car, right? Let's say you get an electric car. And everyone's making funny about the electric car. And you find out like, oh my gosh, because my household uses X amount of, solar panels and stuff like that, I'm not paying for gas. You feel me? I'm not paying for gas. It gets me to point A to point B. I love the stereo system. I no longer have to plug in into the tape deck so that I can hear my music. The paint is still shining. I might even tint the windows. That's like you getting that and looking back and saying, like, you see that old beat up car? There's something with that old beat up car that I just love. I mean, it can't even get me to point A to point B like that no more. Sometimes I gotta get a jump. You know what I'm saying? But it'll still work if I put work into it. Like, no, you don't do that. The whole beat up car, you take the pictures with it, you put it on your mantle to always remember that that was your first car, that you'll never forget it, that you love it, that it's always here in your heart. My heart will go on and on, right? And then you move on to the electric. It doesn't even got to be a Tesla. You feel me? That's what you're supposed to do with Isaiah Likely. No, you went back to the all beat up car, and now you're having to, jump start it, or you're looking for your quarterback to jump start it every game because it can't take you and go to the distance. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. Yo, exactly. Eric Clark, road trip equal playoffs. Exactly. And every road trip, the car break down. The oil's leaking, dripping. Don't you get it? You over there overworking your arm, trying to roll up the window because the AC don't work, and you're in Florida in 98-degree weather when it feels like it's 105 outside with no breeze and high humidity. That's what they did. And they're expecting us to just get over it. It's foolish. Like, yo, it's horribly foolish. And that's why I say I don't want to hear no one tell me nothing. I remember someone telling me, "Oh, he's the Raven that has all the catches. He has all the yards. You just don't throw players like that away." I'm like, bro, look, you hit. Like that's what the Ravens are the funniest team ever. Let me put it in more layman's terms. They put everything into the draft, right? Oh, we have to do this by the draft, that by the draft. And one of the players that you know without a shadow of a doubt you hit on, you get rid of from the draft, bro. Nah, bro. No. Like, get out of here, bro. You can see it on Isaiah Likely's face when he's talking. He's like, yo, I don't even understand. Like, he's pretty much been saying how y'all been taking away from me to let him still shine. And he's not even shining no more. He's never been given the opportunity to be him. Everyone's like, oh, well, he's made mistakes. You know what's funny? Mark Andrews has been terrible in the playoffs. Terrible. There's been no excuses for his play. You get a guy that shows up every playoffs, shows up big in every moment, and you're willing to move off of him for the other guy just because during the regular season he be shining? Bro, I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. That junk is crazy to me, bro. Junk is crazy. All cars don't work in the cold. Two facts, Luke. Oh, that's a bar. No, Luke. And I just read the boy. I'm reading the Bible. I've been reading the Bible every morning too. Luke, not to Mark. Luke. Yo, facts. All cars don't work in the cold. That is crazy. Bro, you see what happens when you make a good analogy and everybody starts to just take and go because it's facts. I'm not speaking from my feelings. I'm speaking facts. New car, you have a recall to 30,000 miles, though, too, Nitro. I love old school cars. Yeah, but you got to put a lot of work into that old school car to let it go the distance. Let me see something right now. I bought a Mitsubishi. Never forget it. It was when my ex got pregnant. And we were gonna have my little girl, and I bought a Mitsubishi Outlander, and not the sport, the Outlander, the full body one. And I remember her keep telling me, "Why don't you get something that you like? Why don't you get something like because I need a family car?" It's like, why would I be putting all my eggs into a car that looks good but can't get the job done or makes the job more difficult? I don't care what people around here want to say or think. They can show off all they want. I want to make sure that my family is comfortable. So when I'm driving, you can sit in the back with the baby. You feel me? Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you, T. The Mitsubishi Outlander run beautifully. I get 34 miles to the gallon. It is a 7-seater, touch screen and everything, and it looks clean, black on black. You feel me? So yeah. So yeah, my Mitsubishi looks real nice. and it runs great. And I'll never forget it. I remember even some of my friends was like, "Oh, when they got their cars and everything else," and I'm like, "I'm trying to start a family. You got to be responsible." The Ravens have not been responsible. You understand where I'm coming from? You don't always do what you want to do. You do what's in the best for your future. You know what I'm saying, or for the job that you're trying to complete. Sometimes it's not always going to be the stuff that you want. Sometimes it's the stuff that you need. Like, and people, and that's the problem with today's society. We don't look at stuff no more that what we need. We look for stuff that we want. Oh, I want this car. Well, the car can't. Well, you're a young person. You're probably going to be moving up and down. You might need something big enough to put a couch or some of your clothes into when you're moving places and stuff like that. Now, I want something I can show off in. You think those eyes are going to pay your bills? Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? That once again, that's the problem with the Ravens. They're worried about, oh, well, Mark Andrews he's a Raven and he's gonna. Yes, we understand that. We respect what he's accomplished while being here. He'll always be a Raven. But guess what? You drafted another Raven. That should be our Raven moving forward because he has the wings to fly as high as possible and to probably break the sound barrier. And you've been holding him back, clipping away his wings just so you can prop up the one that you think looks better. Get out of here. No, you don't do that. Just because you feel good about Mark Andrews don't mean you can't make the decision to part with Mark Andrews. And that's a problem. Isaiah Likely has all of the attributes you want. And he's clutch. Has he made mistakes? Yes. Coming off injuries and everything, he's made some mistakes. Guess who's made a crap load more mistakes? Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews made one great play last year and they got him paid. Get out of here. A tush push, a fake tush push, where everyone went, where he's like, oh, they're going to push his tush. And before they could touch his tush, he ran around the side and said, no one's touching my tush. No one's touching my tush. And he ran over there and he looked like Speedy Gonzalez. Underlay. And he made it to the end zone. And everyone lost their minds over it. What about all those catches you see in Isaiah Likely? Did you notice in the end of the year, right, when it was down, the years on the line, you notice who they targeted. You notice who they went with. You notice how they said, wherever Isaiah Likely, go. Just go. And what did Likely do? Likely said, I'm not letting you guys down. I'm going to go get this. And he went upstairs and he grabbed that ball and they hit him in the head and they punched him in the face. And Isaiah Likely took that shot and ate it like a man, like a king. That ain't nothing. And came down with that ball at the 22-yard line, which should have been a win. Y'all telling me y'all want to keep Mark Andrews? You don't even keep Polar the Molar? You keep Mark Andrews? Used to be Mandrews? But somebody stop taking his supplements. Like, get out of here, bro. No. Like, no. I don't like, bro, if I'm Isaiah Likely, I feel the way too. Y'all have been holding me back. I bet on myself. And you do everything in your power to ensure that I'm not going to get the stats to command what I want to command. And then look at me in my face and be like, oh, you're just asking for too much. But what we're going to do, we're going to sign the guy and give him a contract extension that's to make a mistake every playoffs. The guy that almost stopped me from making the play that I caught in the playoffs. And then he went on, and then you went on to trust him and say, we're going to give you the ball, Mark. And he let you guys down. That's who you gave the other one to. Get out of here. If I'm Isaiah Likely, I'd be so distraught. Because trust, respect goes anywhere with you're in business. Trust and respect is the foundation which all relationships are built on. I don't care if you're doing food. I don't care if you're doing furniture. I don't care if you're doing oil. Trust and respect are those. That's what it's built on. We're putting all our eggs in a basket where you can't trust them, and you can no longer respect his production. Get out of here. No. Because I can say the same for nah. Hey, what's good, Coach? Hey, yo, y'all get some love to Coach. Yes, it's Friday. Morning, Coach. Listen, shout outs to Coach, too. I just want to tell you congratulations. He's been getting, the more and more Cali film channel has been doing very well. It's been going in the direction he's been wanting it to go. So congratulations, Coach, to your success, man. God bless, man. And hope you keep going up, man. You know what it is, man. Just keep going up. The only thing up is the sky, man. Just keep on going. Just keep on going. Let's see, Money Mike, how you pay Mark after the Bills game? He would have been gone ASAP. Exactly, bro. Like, how you pay that man after he did that and looked him dead and said, like, it's for the best of the team. Get out of here. And it's not like it's been one playoffs. Mind you, remember, once again, the play that even allowed us to try to go for two was the likely. The play, even though we lost the Steelers game, you know what got us up there? Likely. Because I tell y'all this that's how you know the Ravens are trying to cook his stats. That's how you know. Because once again, anytime, and I kept telling y'all, if y'all look at it, you can see it. Anytime the Ravens need to score, need a play, the one player that's on the field every down is Isaiah Likely. Every single time. Playoffs, whatever, he's the one that's on there no matter what's going on. Once the Ravens need it, like, oh, we're down, this is the fourth quarter, there's only 2 minutes left, or something like that, or we're down and we need to score this. Isaiah Likely's on the field on all those plays. And then he gets taken off the field for all the other ones. Get out of here, bro. No. And I'm telling y'all this right now. He's going to go to another team, and he's going to become a thorn in our side. Because there's nobody on our team that can guard him. I'm doing that now. Kyle Hamilton cannot stop Isaiah Likely. I'm telling you this right now. You're going to be like, oh, Kyle can. Then when we got to go against Isaiah Likely, and then Kyle's getting cooked, I'm going to look back to everybody, because I'm dead sure I'm going to take screenshots. And everybody that said no, and I'm a troll, I'm going to be like, bro, I thought you said your man's stop Isaiah Likely. I thought so you weren't worried about him. What's going on? What is he? What's happening? What's happening here, right? Like, people are doing their toms, what? Like, huh? We still mad at Marcus Andrews? Yes. Yo. Listen, once again, I'm happy Mark got his money, right? Before I'm happy they paid, but it was time to move up from Andrews. He would have been a solid veteran on another team, and you probably could have got good. Like when Andrews had the 10 or 11 touchdowns, that's when you should have moved off of him, because you could have got something back for him, right? And then you would have moved on with Likely. It's common sense. This, oh, no. And then everyone's making an excuse. Oh, they offered Likely. Y'all don't know what he offered Likely. How many times has the Ravens screwed over players with crappy deals? And then y'all be like, it's just like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? With the Bateman one, like everyone's like, well, Bateman accepted his first deal. Bateman's first deal, if y'all remember, was crap. It was a joke. And then after Bateman signed it, what did you all say? That's the Ravens being smart. I got him almost for free. Not everyone's going to do that. Likely understands how good he is, and he even pretty much said it in the thing. He's like, I've got to sit back behind a great veteran guy, but I want the opportunity to be the guy. And y'all won't let him be the guy. Y'all just be like, oh, no, your chance is coming. We're going to go with Mark. And then Mark makes mistake after mistake, and the same fans are making excuses why Mark keep making mistakes. Oh, he can't play good in the cold. If it was warm, he played better. Get out of here, bro. That's the same problem I have with Luke. Luke can't make 50-yard kicks. And then everyone's making excuses for Luke. And I'm like, why would I? Now, look, I don't dislike Luke. I'm being real. I'm calling the spade a spade. I don't dislike Tyler Luke. What I'm saying is every team has a kicker that can kick from 50 beyond. Because in the playoffs, that's what you need. You've seen how kicking, now mind you, if it's from 30, he's automatic. I feel you. 20, automatic. 40, he's even automatic. But once he passes that 50 threshold, he can't hit nothing. So I'm like, no, bro, you got to get another kicker. That's just how I feel on that stuff. And look, I get it. Opinionated. Everyone's going to have different opinions. But, bro, that's my problem with the Mark Andrews thing. You're like, oh, look, he made a great play this one game. And it's like, okay, but what about the other 4 games? He can't play what? Name a playoff game that Mark Andrews played well in. I'll wait. Go ahead, name one. Name a playoff game where he looked great blocking. Name a playoff game that he looked good catching. Name a playoff game that he looked good route running. Please, name it. He's been horrible every single time, and we make excuses for him every single time. Nah, bro, you can keep that. I'm not making no excuses. That brother needs to go. He should have been gone. Keeping a player that can't play. Don't worry. Y'all learn when it costs us more games. No kicker is guaranteed to always make the kick. And I'm not saying that he is. But he can't make past 50. He can't. Bro, like, bro, that is crazy to me, bro. Like, it's been like even when we were doing the practice, he would go 1 week, he'd have a practice where he missed all his kicks from 50 beyond, or he'd make like 1 of 4, and I'm like, that's not good. Yo, I know you guys remember during the offseason, I was sitting there like, yo, Nitro, give him time, he'll be just fine. That's great. He can make extra kicks, the extra points, and everything else. Great. He's good at that. I'm not saying he's not good at that, but you need a kicker that can kick 50 beyond. All the kickers that beat us this year, all the teams that beat us had kickers that can kick 50 and beyond. That's the normal now. These kickers are kicking from 70. Are you not realizing that? Like, bro, like it's not the old days. The old days are gone. Kickers now are booming it from, bro, you just had Justin Tucker, who we consider the greatest kicker of all time. You're having kickers doing what he's doing now on the regular. 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. I'm talking straight D work. If you're a teacher, you know exactly what I'm talking about. D, 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 all over the field. Straight 60s. Like it's nothing. And the worst part about it is everyone's going to make excuses for it. And that's my craziness, bro. That's my craziness, bro. That's my thing. People are gonna make Mark plays hero ball out there trying to catch passes that ain't even for him. Is that the man was PBUs, bro? Because once again, but that was you noticed because even when Mark was trying to rush back, because he did not, because he knows Likely's better than him, so he didn't want to give Likely an opportunity. He don't want to give him no opportunity. Likely has been more than a good teammate. How long? Listen, these guys are trying to make millions, right? For however time their body can hold up. Let's keep it a buck. It's a business, right? So if you're not, so why am I going to keep giving you the opportunity to make millions over me, right? And I can't make millions for my family too. Mark already got a massive deal before, right? To the big old spider. But yeah, Mark already got his big deal. Like you're literally taking food out of off Likely's plate and being like, yo, Likely need to be a team player and just keep allowing that to happen. None of you right now are going to say, yo, I can make $20 million a year, right? But because I want this guy to make $15 million a year, I'm only going to take $5 or $3 million a year. None of you are going to do that. None of you. And until y'all tell me you're going to do that, then I don't want to hear nothing. Because I already know you're not going to do that. You're not. You're not. Because you're going to be like, what about me? Yo. And that's exactly what has happened with the Ravens with him. Like, you're asking Likely to sacrifice his best seasons for a player that he undoubtedly is better than. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it a buck. Just like when then Mark tried to be like, oh, I didn't know that ball was going to him. I know if you watch the tape, Mark looks over and sees. When he's cutting, he sees him in the back. He just wanted to snatch that ball and pass break a bit and try to go for something that he knew wasn't his. Because that's Mark being greedy, because Mark understands that, yo, he's getting older. That's what it is. He's trying to get anything he can. Just like in the playoff game with the Bills. If you notice how they don't show it? If you go back and watch, Mark tried to knock down Likely on that play where Likely made the touchdown for us to get within like 1. Yeah, Mark tried to knock him down, and he still went and finished the play. Out of here, bro. And then they said, oh, instead of going to Likely, Mark, don't worry, we got you this time, bro. Mark said, okay, man, dropped it and walked right to the bench and sat down, looked at everyone and said, I ain't talking to nobody all summer long. And all of y'all made, maybe he's sad. Maybe he's sad. He wouldn't talk to nobody. He said, yo, you're the quarterback. You handle that. He looked at Zay Flowers and said, yo, Zay, you his friend. You handle that. He said, Likely, you want to be the big tight end. You going to handle that. Y'all seem to forget. I don't forget that stuff. I'm not forgetting that. I'm not forgetting it. Y'all seem to forget that's what he did. That's what he did, bro. That's why I'm saying, Likely deserves to be pissed off. He deserves to be angry at that. You work your entire life to try to be the best of the best that you can be, right? And to make as much money as possible to feed you and your family, right? No one in here is taking a discount for somebody else. This is sports. You're supposed to earn everything you get, right? No one in there, if you have an opportunity to make X amount, is going to take that type of pay cut that they're trying to force on him, and then try to get it that hopefully he's out of his prime, and then try to in the next deal try to screw him over again. Get out of here. Mark put out that weak statement after that missed pass, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And they didn't even blame fully Mark. Yeah, listen, they were out there blaming Lamar. They were like, "Oh, Lamar's pass isn't perfect." Ball hit Mark right here between the numbers. They say, "Yo, the pass should have been more a little further this way." So you know what I'm saying, it was too perfect. Sometimes when you're in the thing, you can't catch something that's too perfect. When I heard people saying that, that's when I knew the media, bro. That's what that. Listen, if anything ever solidified my mindset to the media, that moment did. When they try to be like, oh, yeah, when the pass is on the numbers, oh, in that situation, you don't want it to be right there on the numbers. It's too perfect. You know what I'm saying? You need it to be a little out here like that. It's easier in that situation. You don't want it to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Certain times perfect isn't for every situation. I said, what? I said, a quarterback hit a man in the middle of the chest, and y'all talk about it's too perfect right there? Huh? That's what we're doing now? That's what we're doing? Yo, Nitro, are you gonna throw the mark with the game on the line? No! Like, yo, you couldn't pay me to. Y'all probably all have to try to choke me out to get it. Y'all gonna have to look at me and be like, throw it to him. I'm like, no, throw it to him. Like, no. Yo. Nitro, you gonna listen, man. 8 did Nitro, bro. That's what they called up. The play was to get Mark open. That was a specific play to get him open. What I tell you, here it goes. Let's give Mark a little grace. Amazing grace to Mark Andrews. No matter how many mistakes he makes. No, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I can't. Only Amazing Grace I'm singing about is in church. I'm not giving him none Amazing Grace. Listen, y'all really give this man all the grace in the world. Y'all won't give likely your other players that same grace. Get out of here. No. Yeah. Hollywood Brown was another, even though, and because he made a lot of mistakes in the regular season, but he was lights out in the playoffs. Yeah, I didn't give him grace. Where's the grace for him? Let's be real, without Hollywood Brown speaking up on some of the stuff that he was speaking up on, we might never have gotten the changes that we got on the Ravens. But no one wants to speak about that. Nobody wants to say about that. That's real. That's real. I'm not saying Hollywood was some all-pro receiver, but if Hollywood didn't speak out on certain things and make a fuss about certain things, we might still be dealing with the same thing we were dealing with before. Or Lamar might not even be here. But no one wants to bring that up, though. No. Trying to tell y'all, man. You ain't finna get me, bro. You're not finna get me. They can say the same about Lamar. No, they cannot. Because you watch game in. That's what I'm saying. You watch game in and game out, his offensive line let him down. Speed up the clock. Hit him. Get him knocked out of games. Can't hike the ball. Like, people seem to forget what was going on in these games. Like, y'all seem to forget. O-line wasn't blocking at all. People were dropping balls. Like, even the first Titans game in 2019. What happened to all the drops? The only receiver that was dropping was Hollywood. What did he have, 150-something yards receiving? Everybody, there was like 7 drop passes, 3 of them for touchdowns. Y'all forget that, though, right? You forget the offensive line that was playing bad, though, right? That had him running for his life. Y'all forget that, though, right? The poor play calling, you forget that, though, right? Come on now, bro. See, that's why people say, no, you say, no, it's not the same. Come on, Knights, let's put on our purple glasses. I will never put on a shade of purple glasses ever again. You hear me? Never! You can't force me. You win as a team, you lose as a team. Actually, they all lost. That's facts, I have horse. Hence why I want to get rid of the major reason why we keep losing. Like, yo, that's why, bro. See, that's the point what I keep trying to tell you. They win as a team, they lose as a team, but it's not perceived that way. I have horse. You know that. You know it's not perceived that way. You know it's not. We have one person that gets 90% of the blame on this team when we lose. The other 10% is dispersed amongst everybody else. And you know that. So it's like, yeah, but no. Like nah, bro. Like if we're gonna call it, call it. Like it shouldn't be that way. And you have guys that are taking advantage of that. Even with Mark, like Mark knows who gets the most criticism from the media. That man ducked the media and said, yo, you can handle it. Handle yours and mine, bro. You're the leader. You get paid all that money. That's selfish. Listen, Zay Flowers was a rookie when he fumbled that ball at the goal line. A rookie. And that man went up there and took his lumps like a man is supposed to do. What y'all forget? I didn't forget that. That's part of the reason why, even though I say that Zay is not a top 20 guy and everything else, I still respect Zay. And I told you I want him to remain a Raven. Because I can respect his character. When he went up there and then when he dropped that and everyone was stood as a rookie, because you know he's hurting. You know he's like, bro, I just cost us this game. Sorry, I got to get better, and certain things that I got to work on, and we got to keep working on it. Just got to keep working on it. We watch game in and game out. When Mark makes mistakes, he don't talk to none of y'all. He don't even look at the podium. He look at Lamar and be like, yo, you the quarterback, you gonna take that. Or look at the coaches and be like, you're the coaches, you gonna take that. Yo, but no one wants to bring that up though, right? No one wants to bring that up. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up. Let's keep it a buck. Lamar fumbled in the same game and brought us back. And why did he fumble in? And listen. Once again, bad snap. A bad snap that which he should have just fell on the ball. He should have. I'm not making excuses for that. On that play, he should have fell on the ball. But that's what I'm talking about. A bad snap. You're him trying to make up for his other teammates' mistakes. Like, bro, and the funny thing is, y'all seen this year, why I don't let people say that anymore, is that y'all seen this year when Lamar couldn't make all the dazzling plays to make up for him. You saw how bad we looked. When we had other quarterbacks, you saw how bad we did. Right? The run game didn't look the same. Pass game was horrible. There was no more escape. It's like, okay, we got to, as soon as you hike, to throw the ball somewhere. Hopefully someone can pick up some yards. Get out of here, bro. That's what I be trying to tell you. That's all this team has been. It's been, yo, you got number 8, save us. A team, just like I have Horace said, you lose together, you win together. A team is based on all of its parts together. It's a team sport. Everybody got to do their job. And the more people you can get to do the job, the better chance you have to winning. Not just, it's one guy. This ain't Lamar and the Pipettes. This is the Baltimore Ravens. Everybody got to do their jobs. If I throw you a pass and you're wide open, you're supposed to catch the ball. Not, okay, you did that 3 times and tipped it and it's an interception. Now you're like, well, he got an interception. Okay, he got an interception. But I threw it to you twice and you tipped the ball in the air. Out of here, bro. Yo, hold on. So you're going to say that? Okay, let's play that game. The last year when Lamar had 40-plus touchdowns, he had the 4 interceptions. All 4 interceptions were tips or tip up in the air by his teammates. None of the turnovers were his fault. Are you gonna? Where's love on that? Where is the love? Where's the understanding in that? No one brings that up either, right? Go back and look it up. All 4 of the interceptions, he only had 4. The 4 interceptions he had were all tips by his teammates. All of them. He should have had a year we had 40-plus touchdowns and no interceptions. His interceptions because of his team, his friends, his brothers. How am I rating? I'm rating. You notice how I brought that up and no one's bringing it up, right? You notice how, you notice how I bring it up and no one's defending that, bro. You notice how everyone's saying, bro, stop it, bro. Nah, I don't horse and let me try to make me mad, bro. Yo, let me hear really trying me, bro. Get out of here, bro. Like, man. No one brings that stuff up, though. Nobody does. Nobody brings that up. Imagine a year where the quarterback can have a year with 40 plus touchdowns and no interceptions, and your teammates say, nah. Even the last game of we're going to talk about what he did fine. Let's talk about it. The last game of the season when he could have went for the passer rating all time, right? What did his teammates do? Drop, 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 like it's a Little John video. Drop, 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 drop. So yeah, I don't hear anybody bringing anything up about that. No, it's a team at that time. Stuff happened. When it's them, it's the stuff happened. When it's him, you gotta do better, bro. You gotta do better, bro. Nah, bro. We're not even doing that today, bro. We're not. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all remember that game where they dropped almost every pass so you couldn't get the passer rating. The passer rating record. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that the last game of the season, Lamar could have the passer rating. He's hitting these dudes right in their hands. Right? Right in their hands. And they dropping everything. Yo, Kwame Ray's baby bad, bro. I'm dead serious, man. Man, bring up my blood pressure out here, bro. That's what it takes for you to feel better, my guy. Jesus. That's what makes me feel better. That's when I'm done talking to you guys after you guys have raised baby, I go read my Bible. That's what helps me. Oh, yo, y'all ain't bullying Mark in my school. Nah, he's like, you need to get bullied. He need dodgeball in Mark's school. Straight up. Don't worry. I told y'all that he was going to cost us games, and he cost us in the playoffs. Just like I told y'all Tyler Luke was going to cost us going into the playoffs, something like that. That happened too. It'll happen again. Don't worry. Mark is going to cost us again. And I'm going to see what you're going to say. I'm going to, okay. How many times is it going to cost us? Because that's what it comes down to, 1 or 2 plays in the playoffs. That's what it comes down to. Mark can't even catch when it's cold. And y'all want to keep this man. Like, yeah, bro, yo. This man can't catch nothing. You notice how he's the only person on the Ravens that can't even gotta look at COVID or anything, because when it gets cold, he can't catch nothing. COVID bypassed him because he couldn't even catch that. He could have, bro. Mark Andrews could have licked a pole outside of the Bills stadium after everyone was leaving. So he knows a bare hands, and he still wouldn't have caught COVID because he can't catch nothing when it's cold. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Nah, man. Stuff has to be changed. Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. That's the definition of insanity. When are y'all gonna get to the point where, like, all right, this don't work. All right, this is a bad move. What? When mind you, we've almost had Lamar Jackson for a decade. We've had that man for 8 seasons. We're going to the 9th season. Y'all want to waste more seasons? Exactly. That's the only time he's been seen in the playoffs when he's making a bad play. The only time. I didn't want to keep Mark, but we kept him. We gotta have a tiny bit of faith. Listen, man. Regular season, what them playoff numbers look like. Heck drives no more than 40 yards receiving and fumbles, beer fumbles, and tip passes too. A lot of tip passes. And the coaches are scheming him for plays to go to him. And he'll tip up the ball for an interception. Y'all quick to blame Lamar for that, though. Y'all be, oh no, Lamar threw it. Lamar threw it. It's his interception. He could have thrown it better. Y'all be saying it'll be nasty work, man. That poor brother, man. I can't lie. It is beautiful out here right now. Beautiful. Right now, I just need some coconut oil and go to the beach and tan a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. This shade of brown, you got to tan to get it like this. Shades a little red, you got to tan to get it like this, man. These just don't gleam naturally, baby. You got to put some coconut oil and go out there tanning. Don't worry, I heard Coach is gonna start doing my tanning regimen. Coach is gonna start doing my tanning regimen too. Jose gonna get that reddish brown look. He'll be out here looking clean, bro. I'm clean. You see how them cheeks? Look at them cheeks. That reddish brown, how it gleams. I'm telling you right now, beautiful outside. Ravens are good at being a ball of yo. Hey, yeah, you trying to raise bait because ain't no way. Oh God. No, he's not. No, he's not. Lamar is not trash in the playoffs. I'm sorry, he's not. That is a false Once again, that's false. That's totally false. Totally false. This is why I want changes during the offseason. I would love a season where Lamar has no excuses. Give me a year where Lamar has no excuses, and I bet you he wins. And I can look at you and I bet you see, but you wanted to keep Falele. Y'all wanted to keep Voorhees. Y'all wanted to keep Mark Andrews. Like y'all keeping straight ops on the team and looking at me in my face like I should be happy with that. They are ops. Morning. Doing all right. They are ops. What are you guys saying? If he starts freezing, we know why. Yo, Lamar's teammates don't show up. They don't. They don't give him no extra. Listen, when you're playing football, it's the ultimate team sport. Everybody has to do their job for you to win. The offensive line, the guys, the unsung heroes, the offensive line, they have to block. Or guess what? The quarterbacks that clock gets sped up, or there's opening up holes for the running back. That's the way this goes. It's the ultimate team sport. So if they're not doing their jobs, you're probably going to have a struggling quarterback, right or wrong. Okay, then you know that. Same thing with the running back. They have to open gaps within the defense so they can have running holes to try to gain yards. We watched Derrick Henry get hit how many times in the backfield? A lot of you guys in here was championing that O line. I'm just saying. You guys are championing that O line when you shouldn't have been. You understand where I'm coming from? Championing that O line, championing Mark Andrews, championing Harbaugh. People forget this stuff, bro. Mark Andrews comeback season. Every time, just for you, since you're gonna rate me quick, I know you're trying to do to get me mad. You're not gonna get me mad. Every time that man tips the ball and causes a turnover, I'm gonna scream Kwame. Every time I go live, I'm a Kwame, just like that. Yo, Kwame not gonna come in the live. He's gonna be like, nah, I know he's nah. I'm telling you, watch. Every time he makes a big turnover, something like that, or causes us to not score, I'm gonna scream out Kwame. I'm almost done, guys. Almost done. Marby destroying Browns defense. Yeah. I mean, I can't lie. He's had some great games versus the Browns. That's not a lie. Mark Andrews has had some amazing games versus the Browns. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. If the Mark Andrews could play the Browns all the time, we would be probably undefeated. I mean, you're not lying, so. Oh, wow. These are big boxes of this. But once again, like I said, we don't play them every game. So it is what it is. We don't play them every game. Get some more of these. They love English muffins. That's like one thing, like older people, kids, they all love English muffins. They love English muffins. All right. That was the last box. We're packed. All right, let's close this up. Yeah. Thank you, Nitro. Let's stay positive. We got Charbor Door. I can't even look that far. I don't trust this team. I take this team a quarter at a time now. I feel you. If we don't free up cap space, we ain't sit for the Super Bowl. Yeah, we do need some cap space. We do. Hopefully, they give Lamar what he wants so he can get that deal done, and then we can have some more space. But once again, even if we get the space, we've had space plenty of times. They didn't do what we wanted with the space. When he signed that first contract, where we thought they were going to do certain stuff to the O line, they didn't. We had the cheapest offense once again in the NFL. That's a dun 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 dun. I'm telling you. Oh man, today's a good day so far, guys. Even though it seems I'm mad, I'm not mad. I'm blessed, man. Blessed. Pops just had surgery. He came out good. Yeah. Nacho needs a hug, though. I don't listen, man. I'll take the hugs as I can get them. But I'm just saying, it's facts. It's facts. Sir, sir, I'm gone. You too, man. Be blessed. Say bye to everybody. And then gave OBJ 15. I'm telling you, even when we had the money, we didn't do what we wanted with the money. Sir, I'm gone. You too, man. Enjoy the weather. Seriously. I said enjoy the weather, man. Hey, listen, I hope I can. They call. I'm telling them redfish out there calling me. Them snappers calling me. Them fans are amazing. You too, sir. Bro, they got fans here the size of the truck I drive. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're like propellers. I'm telling you, man. Listen, them things are powerful, and they sound like a turbine winding up. Yeah, love those things. Be blessed, man. Listen, man. Look, all right, guys. We about to take off. You already know this stupid thing on YouTube. When I start to move, it starts to click out. So I'm gonna click. Uh, I'm gonna click out from now, just because I don't want this. I don't like ending like that. That don't be making me mad when I gotta end because it's glitching or freezing and stuff like that. And it froze yesterday when I was at church on the internet, which absolutely just infuriated me. So y'all have a blessed day. We'll finish this later on the two videos. And yeah, I'm on my way to the church. And let's get this food to the people, man. Y'all stay up. Peace. And I'm out.